All right, well, we just picked up this stack of comic books at my LCS for 40 bucks. So let's go ahead and dig through these books and see exactly what we got. All right, let's get started. Yeah, nice little LCS pickup for sure on this trip. Picked up some books out of the $2 bin and then got some more of the price per pound special that my LCS has been doing, which you guys probably have seen if you've watched this show at all. Dark Mansion issue number 9, Forbidden Tales. I picked it up instantly, 1973. I love 70s horror, I love Dark Mansion, and I'm going to collect it if I do not have this issue, which I'm fairly certain I do not. And this looked pretty clean. So for $2, this was an absolute easy pickup for me. Adventure Comics issue 332. I do have this one, but I picked it up because I believe the one that I have had like a big rip like right here, if I recall correctly, and this one obviously does not. So I thought it was pretty cool. And yeah, this one's a little marked down here, but that's actually a little chip, I should say. But I mean, that's still pretty cool. 1965. That's an old Adventure Comics. For $2, this is a pretty easy pickup. I've seen Adventure Comics and Action Comics in the $2 bin, but usually they are fairly chewed up. But that one is far from being chewed up, so that was actually a really cool pickup. Strange Adventures, issue number 147, 12 center. I thought this was actually really cool. I like Strange Adventures. This one's, yeah, got a nice little split there. Are we attached? Yeah, we are attached. We're just split up there, but still for $2. I do not have this issue. 1962, 147, and some of these earlier Strange Adventures are not super cheap either, which is actually really cool. So for $2, I am actually pretty happy to have that. That's not that bad, actually. I saw the splits, but and I saw the, yeah, a little piece of tape here, but other than that, it actually presents pretty well. All right, moving on. Well, I'm really going to be looking forward to summer being over because it gets hot doing these videos in this garage. I think I said that last summer, but yeah, it's much easier doing it in the wintertime. All right, what do we got here? Karate Kid issue number 1, $2 bin. I picked it up because, yeah, I don't believe I have the Karate Kids. And I've been seeing these float around, and I actually thought about picking them up because I enjoyed the movie, I enjoyed Karate Kid, I enjoyed Bruce Lee and all that stuff and kind of the whole genre there. So I saw these, and yeah, they actually had a lot of them in the $2 bin. So I actually went through and I picked up issues, I think 1 through something, I just figured out here, like 6 or 7. And then I actually stopped there. He had more, but I figured for $2 I was going to pass on the higher issues. Karate Kid issue number 2 looks fairly clean, actually. I'm just kind of giving it a once over because I haven't really looked too deeply at these. Issue number 2, it looks fairly clean. Yeah, if you guys have seen the movie from 1984, obviously that was a very classic movie, but these came out in the 70s, and this was more Bruce Lee style. That's when Bruce Lee was really popular, and it kind of followed, obviously, that's genre more than Mr. Miyagi and that whole story, which obviously was awesome in its own right. But Karate Kid issue number 3. I won't flip through every page here, but yeah, I watched that movie when I was super young, and obviously that was, you know, pretty cool. What was his name? Ralph, right? That was the character in the movie. I think he was like, wasn't he like 25 and like ended up playing like a 16-year-old or something? He was like a lot older than he was supposed to be portraying in the movie, but that was obviously a classic movie. Karate Kid issue number 4. I won't waste too much time. Karate Kid issue number 5. Yeah, looks like I got top 1 through 6 here. I can see it's picked it up $2. Yeah, all these came in bags. All the books in the $2 bin come in bags without boards. I took them out of the bags, obviously, because I will be bagging and boarding each of these. And finally, Karate Kid issue number 6 looks fairly clean. 1977. I am happy to have them. I didn't have them until now, and I kind of been looking for these for a little while, but that's actually a fairly clean book, so that's cool. Moving on, Aquaman, 15 center issue number 54, $2 bin, and it looked like it was about a 4.0 grade, and we are nicely attached here. 1970. I thought that was pretty cool. $2 bin for a 15-cent Aquaman. I thought that was a pretty strong deal. So I snatched it up. That's kind of a pretty cool cover too. All right, moving on. Yeah, the methods on how I've been actually collecting my books has kind of changed a lot. Action Comics issue number 366, 12 center, $2 bin. I picked it up. It's got a little bit of love here, but 366 Action Comics for $2 I am going to pick up because I actually saw the cover. I thought it was pretty cool, and I'm pretty sure I do not have that one. But yeah, I would say probably most of the books that I've collected, maybe not most, but a lot of the bigger books have come off of Whatnot. But Whatnot has, I would say, become more of a seller's market in the last 6 months to a year. Archie issue number 150. I actually have this one, and it's in a low grade, so I saw this one and I decided to pick it up just because it looked clearly in higher grade than the one I have. And yeah, it's an old book, 1964. Yeah, I've kind of, I don't know, this cover grew on me, kind of the bowling cover here, but I've had this one, and I saw this one in a slightly higher grade. I figured for $2 I will pick it up. But yeah, Whatnot used to be my go-to place to really find really cool deals, but that place has definitely gotten a lot popular in the last year, that is for damn sure. Amazing Adventures featuring the Beast, issue number 15, 20 center, $2 bin. Looks like we got 2 more books in the $2 bin here. 1972. Yeah, Whatnot has definitely gotten a lot popular, and yeah, finding shows where people just auction off, you know, bigger books for $1 with only 5 people watching them is kind of not the thing as it used to be. So obviously the demand is obviously shot up a lot more. Adventure Comics issue number 15. And last of the $2 books, Quick Draw McGraw, 10 center, Dell. I saw this, looked pretty clean, and as you guys know, I enjoy this stuff. Issue number 3, 1960. Yeah, that's an old book, and that looks pretty clean. A pretty clean quick draw, that is for sure. Probably 3.540 range for $2. I will gladly pick that up. All right, moving on. And my LCS has been discounting their dollar bin, so they've been selling books per pound in the dollar bin, and it is $2.50 per pound. So I picked up about 33 books, about 4 pounds worth, and ended up paying $10, which was a pretty insane deal. So shout out to my LCS for doing that. Sensational Spider-Man, Marvel Tales actually, issue number 197. And this one looks pretty clean. This actually looks really clean, which is pretty cool. 1987. I'm not going to flip through all the pages. Actually, it's cool artwork, so that's really cool. That's a nice clean book. I am going to bag and board this one too. But yeah, this is my LCS has definitely been a go-to place for picking up, actually getting really good deals. Nom issue 13. I believe I have this one, but I enjoy Nom. I picked it up just because, obviously, for the price, I couldn't pass it up. I enjoy Nom. If you guys aren't familiar with these are actually really cool stories. They're stories that are actually written by a lot of the people who fought in the war. And if you actually read some of these stories, they're not always just like good ending stories or just good stories in general. Like they could be sad stories all the way through because they're literally just written by people who lived that or experienced that. And Atari Force issue number 3. But yeah, those books, I mean, they don't have happy endings. I mean, some of them do, some of them don't though. I've kind of noticed a trend to where the books are aren't as positive as you might expect, but that's the way it was. Moon Knight issue number 5, newsstand. This one looks pretty clean actually. 1989. Looks really clean here. So, I mean, these books are coming out to about 30 cents a book, which is a pretty crazy deal. And Buffy the Vampire Slayer number 7. We've been seeing some Buffys in the last month, and I guess we're still seeing them. Marvel Superhero Secret Wars issue number 4, 75 center. But yeah, I still go on Whatnot, you know, quite a bit to just kind of rummage through and see what people are selling and talk to people and all that stuff. And it has definitely gotten a lot bigger, and people are selling a lot more stuff than they used to. People are selling golf clubs and fishing lures and hats and clothing and purses and books and comics and God knows what else. Double-sized issue, New Mutants, issue number 50, newsstand. It's a thick one. Yeah, it is a thick one. Nice. I don't know anything about issue number 50, but I don't even believe I have this one. I'm usually pretty good with covers. Other than that, I mean, I have to, like I said before, I have to find a way to be able to, I guess, document all the issues that I have. But when you got so many books, it's going to be a long journey no matter what you do. Sensational Spider-Man issue number 195, Marvel Tales. I think we had, what, 196? I think it was 196. I don't want to... 197 and 195 Marvel Tales. But yeah, now that seems like Whatnot has shifted towards more of a seller's market. I noticed Facebook Marketplace has definitely been a really go-to place for finding books. That and just my LCS that's been kind of doing an awesome job. Hawk and Dove issue number 2. I think I had 3 in the other video. Issue number 2 I did not have, so now I have issue 2 and 3. I know that. It's an interesting looking cover there. It's a weird looking cover. But yeah, Whatnot is definitely, I can't recall the last time I bought a book from Whatnot, but it is definitely a fairly good place to sell right now. It is very big. Heathcliff, issue number 2. Yeah, we had some low-grade Heathcliffs in the other video. Now we got Heathcliff number 2. Waste too much time on that one. Power Factor Wonder Comics number 1. I believe I have that one. That looks really familiar. Black Belt Hamsters, Adolescence Radioactive, book number 2. I just figured that was going to be black and white. I don't know why. 1986. I don't have any Black Belt Panthers or hamsters. Interesting. That's wasted a little too much time on that one. The Job, Cops the Job, issue number 2. Picked it up, 1992. And another issue of Nam, issue number 8. Yes, good stories. Sad stories, actually. Trauma-filled. PTSD. There is a lot of that in that particular run if you guys have not read that series at all. Yeah. Jughead, issue number 564. But... yeah, I enjoy Nam a lot, actually. Heathcliff, issue number 3. We had 2. I know we had 4 in the other one. We got 3 here. Moving on. Heathcliff number 3. Quantum and Woody, The Big Payback, issue number 13. But yeah, it's crazy about Whatnot because a lot of people will just, like, they'll be in, obviously, their comic book shops, or they'll just be, like, in their just... Sportsman Warehouse, if they're selling like fishing lures and all that stuff, and they'll be in their aisles and they'll just be auctioning off stuff like while their store is open. It's really weird how some of the stuff works. Al Hoots, issue number 1. I do not know anything about Al Hoots, issue number 1. That is a weird looking, it's kind of a cool style there. 1990, issue number 1. I don't know anything about this. That's actually fairly cool. I'm going to just put that aside just because I don't know anything about that, and I kind of am curious to know a little bit more. But yeah, I think I was on Whatnot the other day, and they were selling fishing lures. I was kind of digging through fishing lures. I'm like, yeah, I could use some of these lures. And I'm like thinking just like how big Whatnot's become. It used to be just so small, and yeah, it's really grown up, but that has definitely become a great place to sell, at least as of right now, I would say. Archie's Joke Book, issue number 195. And Marvel Tales, issue 196. Nice. I think we had 195 and 197. I'm not going to rummage through. I'm pretty sure, though. Issue 196, 1987. It's a fairly, it's about a 5.0 grade copy. Nice. For the price, though, I really can't pass it up, though. Dinosaurs for Hire, issue number 1. Yeah. Moving on. And Gamma Rotters, I don't know. Issue number 4, 1989, Factoid Fun. Don't know anything about it. I don't believe I own one, but I do now. But it has been really cool going to like my LCS and seeing like the foot traffic kind of, I don't know, increase a little bit, or even just like some of the eBay sales on some of the books that I kind of been seeing being a little bit dormant kind of come to life lately, which is a really cool sign. Muppets and Babies, or Muppet Babies, issue number 9. This is probably the book that has value to it. Newsstand number 9, 1986. We're looking through Muppet Babies, I know. But yeah, I mean, because like I said, I think in my whatever video, but recently, it's good when books go into the hands of people who want to pick up collecting, like just people who start collecting comics or even books in general. Jack Frost issue number, what do we got here? Jack Frost issue number something. Number 1, oh yeah. Amazing Comics. Oh, number 1, I didn't even see that. But yeah, when it goes in, when someone first starts picking up the hobby and starts enjoying it for the first time, that's who you want people buying comic books, because it becomes a newfound love for them. They enjoy the books and they keep them close to themselves, and it has a value to them. And that personal value from that one individual person is what helps creates the value for books for everyone. Incredible Hulk issue 395. The last thing you wanted to do is for the books to go into the hands of flippers or the hands of those who are going to try to manipulate the markets of that particular book, which is just going to crash it later at some point in time once they've either exited it out or got enough people to hold that particular bag. But that is what you don't want, and that's what we had a few years ago. All-Star Squadron issue number 36. So I guess in my amateur opinion, I think we are on a good little track right now with where comics are going. That's actually a pretty clean book. All-Star Squadron issue number 36, 75 center. That's a real clean book. Nice little cover there. 19, doesn't matter, I can't even see. I need glasses. That's one thing I've noticed. My eyesight is not nearly as good as it used to be. And I am squinting a lot, and it hurts my eyes to read small prints. And yeah, I think that's a sign that I'm going to have to get some glasses here. The Warlord issue number 6, 30 center. I did contacts, but I hate contacts. I'd rather just wear glasses. I mean, I'm getting old anyways. 1977 issue number 6. I had astigmatism when I was young, but I guess my vision improved. I don't know if that made me an outlier or something, if that was normal, but it was one of those situations where I needed glasses when I was really young, but when I became like a teenager, my eyes improved for whatever reason, and now it seems like my eyes are getting worse again. Casper the Friendly Ghost issue number 223. We only got a couple more books, and that will be the it of this video. But yeah, like I said, getting people interested in the enjoyments of collecting comics is the best thing that can happen to the comic book industry, as a whole. Comics Greatest World, Pit Bulls issue number 1, 1993. But yeah, if you guys enjoy what we're watching, obviously like, subscribe. If not, I know I'm supposed to say that in the beginning of the video, but I always seem to forget, and yeah, I don't know why, but it's not a big deal to me either way. I do it it's my journey, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. I would do it either way. I would do videos as if nobody was watching. It's like dance like nobody's watching or something. Hawkeye and Hellcat issue number 9, Newsy, 75 center. Yeah, looks like we got one more book after that, and I'm hoping to find I found one. I'm hoping to pick up a collection from someone who's looking to sell it here off of Facebook Marketplace, which has been a really cool little... Facebook Marketplace has been very good in the last 6 months, that is for sure. Issue number 34, New Mutants. This is the last book, but hopefully I can pick that one up. I'm hoping to actually pick it up tomorrow. But if not, yeah, I mean, I won't be picking it up, and it'll be something else. But last book of this video, New Mutants issue number 34, 65 center. And until next time, guys, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you guys later.